Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some New Orleans style pecan candy. Some people pronounce it pecan candy, some say pecan, but in New Orleans we say pecan candy. So that's what I'm going to be making today. We have 2 sticks of salted butter. We have 2 cans of evaporated milk. I have 3 cups of granulated sugar, some vanilla, and of course the star is the pecans. So we're gonna get this party started. I've been making this candy for a long time. It's so delicious. It's just these few ingredients that is cooked up and constantly stirred until it reach a caramel, consistency. And it's so good, y'all. It's definitely sweet. So if you're on a diet, this is not the recipe for you. That's all I can tell you. You can find these all over New Orleans, the French Quarter area. As for me, I just make it in my home. Sometimes I make it on special requests for people. And they are delicious. They are delicious. So while we waiting on our butter to melt, I'm going to go ahead on and open my evaporated milk. Now the more cans you add, the more time it is. So it usually takes me 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead on and set my timer for 45 minutes. And you don't want to walk away from it after the first about 10 or 15 minutes because it burns real fast. So I'm going to do about 47 and give the butter time enough to melt. So yeah, just these few ingredients, and you could add any kind of nuts you want. You could do walnuts also. You can combine walnuts and pecans, or you could just do pecans. Today I'm just going to keep it traditional, and I'm just going to do the pecan candy. But trust me, if you want to add anything else, it'll be delicious also. So some people add coconut. It's just that I'm not a coconut fan. One of my kids, they like it plain with no nuts in it, so he want me to make him a couple with no nuts in it. So I'm like, I'll try. And I don't have a candy thermometer. I've just been making it so long that I know when it's ready. I usually put a little cup in the freezer. And when I think it's ready, I just will scoop a little up and put it in the cup into that cold water. And if I feel that candy in there, and if it's soft, it's not ready. But if it's hard, it's gonna, it's ready. So that's my little way of knowing. Everybody have their different ways of, doing things. And some people make it different from me. Some people use condensed milk. And that's okay too, because I've ate some with condensed milk and it's good too. I just know my way, my candy gets hard and it's delicious. It's addicting. And it's just so good, y'all. Okay, so now our butter is melted and I have it on high right now. I fluctuate between high and medium because it will start to bubble up. So we just gonna go ahead and add our 2 cans of evaporated milk. I just add all mine in at one time except the pecans. That's last. That's when it's almost ready. I add the pecans. So I'm going to just take a minute. And our time has started, so I set it at 47. Now it's at 44. Because it's going to take 45 minutes for it to reach that hard ball stage. So I'm going to just stir this like this, just to make sure I have all the sugar incorporated. I'm going to give me a little spoon and taste it. There's definitely enough sugar. We're just going to stir it. Like I say, the first 15 minutes, you don't have to kind of worry about it. If you have it on like medium low, you don't have to worry about it. But after that, once it starts bubbling up, and you cannot leave it because it will burn fast. So I'm going to just keep stirring it like that. And then I'm going to stop and I'm going to go ahead on and add some vanilla. You add how much you want. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. You know, these are a good idea for parties, you know, weddings, just because, you know. So I have made it for a party one time for a friend. They wanted some individual little mini ones. It was fun. But you definitely have to watch and you have to keep stirring. So right now I'm going to just stop stirring and I'm going to turn the camera off, but I'm going to just keep coming back so y'all can see the time that is on now, which is 43, and I'll just come back as it slowly start to change so y'all can see the difference. See, right now it's just like water. We have a long way to go, so y'all stay tuned. Okay, I wanted y'all to see after 3 minutes it's up to a rolling ball. It's up to a full ball. Now at this point you definitely don't want to leave it. Now I have it now. I turned it down to number 4. So I kind of keep, you know, switching it from number 4 to maybe number 7. But sometimes it may look like it's going to ball over. So I just, you know, move it off the aisle and continue stirring it till it go down. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing. So when you're making this, you have to be ready to stand here once it gets to that rolling ball. Now see, it kind of calmed down. So I'm going to just turn it back up a little to like number 6. So it's coming back to a full ball. That candy will stick and it will burn, and that's not what we're looking for. So you have to, you know, do a little soft swerve. Just back and forth around. Just do it a few times. And you have to keep doing it. Now sometimes I usually even pull up a little chair here, because this is where I'm going to be for the next 38 minutes. We have 38 minutes left on our clock. So I just wanted to come back and show y'all when it come up to a rolling ball, just turn it down a little, move it off the aisle and continue to stir it or whisk it if you're going to be whisking it. So I'm going to just keep on doing this. So I put it on number 6. Now I'm going to go up a little more. You know, you're going to find yourself going in between temperatures. So now I'm going to just leave it alone. And I'm going to stand here and watch it though. I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to just keep watching it to make sure that it don't ball over. So as it keep changing, I'll just, you know, keep coming back so y'all can see it's still not thick yet. It's still like that water consistency. We haven't reached the caramel stage yet. Probably not till we get to about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it alone and watch it come up, making sure it don't overflow. Okay, I'm coming back. We have 24 minutes on our timer. And now it's really starting to turn into a caramel. It's still a little loose, but it's getting thicker, as you can see. So I have it on number 7 right now. And I'm just constantly stirring. Make sure you get a paddle like this with a, you know, a flat end so you can scrape from the bottom, just to make sure you don't have nothing sticking. So I just keep, at this stage, I just keep moving it back and forward and around so nothing is sticking, as you can see. So it's almost getting to a caramel, y'all. Almost, but not quite there yet. I have my cup of water in the freezer because that's, I told you that's how I could tell that it's, you know, my candy is ready when I drop it in. If I drop it in now and that water is just going to get cloudy and it's going to be soft. It's not ready yet. But when it's ready, it crystallizes hard, like a feeling of like a Jolly Rancher. It gets hard. You know, some like it's chewy, you know. You don't cook it as long if you like it chewy still. But it still has a ways to go. Starting to get there though. Not as loose as it was. And we still have, what, 22 minutes? And we'll see what stage it's at. I'll be back when it get down to about 15 minutes to show y'all how it looks now. Okay, we down to the 16-minute mark. If you wanted to just make caramel for a topping for something, this is where you will want it. You see how thick it is, and it's definitely coating my utensil. So it's still not ready for me yet. So when it gets around this part, I'm going to get rid of this paddle. And this is where the muscle work come in at. Also, it's time to start getting your what you're going to lay it out on. Now I'm putting mine on some parchment paper that I sprayed with non-sticking spray. Some people clean their counter off it real good and they just grease it down good and they lay it on the counter. But I'm using parchment paper. You can use wax paper, whatever. So around this time, I'm just going to use my whisk and just keep stirring. I know it's not ready yet for my water, so I'm not going to even try it. You want to make sure your water is cold, not warm, when you put it in the freezer, so it don't take that long to get cool. So yeah, I'm going to just keep scraping it because we're getting pretty close here. I have my pecans ready. You can also roast them in the oven also for a few minutes. I have, you know, in the past, but today I'm not. My bottom is still clean and clear of, you know, any sticking. There's no sticking. So I'm going to just lightly stir it. It's definitely going to get a little thicker than this. Definitely is. And you definitely don't want it to pop on you because it ain't nothing nice. Trust me, it definitely popped on me before and it's not a good feeling. Right now I have it on number 5.5 and I'm going to kind of move it up to like all the way on 6. So your cooking time varies because sometimes, you know, you're not going to leave it all the way on high. It's impossible. So you're going to be turning it down, raising it back up, backwards and forward. You just have to have a lot of patience when you get ready to make this. Throw some patience in it and some love. You're going to have you some good pecan candy. So y'all, I'm going to just keep stirring till it get a little thicker for me. Because I have to remember that before I add the pecans to take some out for my 13-year-old. I want pecans in it. And I was like, pick them out. He was like, no. So I have to make sure I catch it when it's ready and put him a couple of out without pecans in it. So y'all, your girl done reached the milestone. The clock have 13 minutes. It might go a little bit over. But I'm definitely going to let y'all know. And it is good. Just the right amount of sweetness. And it is coating my whisk. So I'll see y'all in a second. Okay, before I go any further, I wanted to show y'all this is my cold water. And I dropped the lid in the bottom. So I'm going to fill it. And it's almost there. You see, the water didn't get cloudy. And the candy stayed hard. See that? That's what you want to see. So I'm about to add in my pecans. This is 2.5 cups, but I'm not going to add 2.5 cups. So it's almost there, y'all. But I do like a lot of pecans in mine. Y'all see that? This is how you want it. And see, our clock has 9 minutes on it. I'm going to drop a little more. I just want y'all to see. I'm going to feel it. And again, it is hard. Now, if it wasn't ready, it would never come out, you know, like this. Alright. So now I'm going to take it on over. So hold up 1 second. I'm going to bring y'all over with me. Okay, and I brought y'all over here to where I have my grease wax paper. So what I'm going to start doing is just laying them down, y'all. We gotta go fast. And see how many we're going to get out of here. Let me get another spoon. So we're just going to lay them down like that. Tracy, come here. Come here. Because you see it'll start sticking. Come lay me another piece of wax paper out. Hurry up. Women, go on that side and lay me another piece out. We're just going to lay them out quick, y'all. And spoon it like that to flatten it out. Just carry, just carry. Now the more cans of milk you use, the more cans of milk you use, the more clarines it'll make. Spray. I totally forgot. You don't need too much because I only have a couple, well, 1 or 2 more, that's enough. You just have to be quick with it. Alright. And the poppy, easy to clean out. All you have to do is to be my little trial piece to taste. The pot is very easy to clean out. Just as soon as you finish with it, fill it up with some hot, scalding hot water. What you want this? Oh. Okay. So there are our clarines right there. I'm going to let them chill and cool. Usually they're ready in about 10 minutes. About 10-15 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and show y'all when I, you know, pick one up and break it in half. Oh. Okay, everybody, my pecan candy is done. And Tuki's gonna taste one. He already picked it up. So I wanted y'all to check it out and see that they all got hard. And they are ready to taste. And Tuki is my tester for the day. And he's gonna taste it.
That's so good.
Off the chain, right?
Yep.
Alright, y'all. So if y'all want y'all some New Orleans style clarines, pecan candy, or whatever you might want to call it, check back at this video I just did, and you're going to have you some beautiful clarines in no time. You can customize them. You don't have to make them this big if you don't want to. You can make them, you know, small as you want, big as you want. So make sure y'all check out the video and get in that kitchen and make y'all some clarine candy. Say bye, Tuki.
Have a good day, y'all. Like and subscribe. Bye.